Bonjour.
No. Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 12. Fair warning before beginning this video. Yesterday I cried all day because I had issues with an external hard drive, you know, that I still have, that maybe I'm gonna have back soon. It was really like hard for me to handle it. Like at first I thought that it was just little issues, so I fought hard, but I had my hypersensitivity, you know. Again, if you don't know it, I was diagnosed hypersensitive, and it's really something like I can't handle sudden issues coming from nowhere. Like I have big emotions in general. You can see it with my reactions, you know, to shows, to animes. But you know, when it's sudden issues, when it's complications and stuff like that, like really my emotions, they are so high, I'm overwhelmed, I'm so sad, I'm so stressed, I'm ashamed, and something which is taking, in fact, you know, in real time 5 minutes, in my mind it's like 3 hours, because it's spiraling, you know, like it's going mad, it's going crazy, and I have 30 thoughts, you know, each second, and 30 thoughts, 30 bad thoughts. So that, it was already difficult. Then I took the thing, you know, to real repair guys who told me that it would take at least 3 days and that maybe I could never recover all of my files. And you know, you can always recover them, but you know, it's into a lab and all of that, so it's costing 500 euros. Clearly, like everyone, I think now in these days, like I never told you about it because I don't want to complain about it, because I think that the situation is difficult for everyone right now. Really, these last weeks, this last months, like it was already difficult to have stuff in my fridge, you know, like already that it was difficult. So you know, like I think that I turned the heat on into my apartment, what? 3 days during the entire winter? Something like that, because really I couldn't take it anymore. It was really getting too cold and all of that, like really, like I'm fighting that hard since weeks, since months, with how it is now into our world, you know, with electricity and gas really being so, costing so much, and you know, like just again, these last weeks, months, my priority, it was not to buy me stuff and all of that. No, it was to put stuff in my fridge. So really 500 euros for that hard drive, like no, I don't have it, clearly. So I'm glad about one thing, it's the fact that I'm always thinking about creating backups for all of my personal files, because I don't want to lose them. Like, you know, I have pictures of my brother when he had like 4 years old, 5 years old on my computer, and clearly now he's 24, something like that. So clearly these files, I don't want to lose them. I would never lose them, and I make sure to never lose them by having backups for them. That external hard disk, you know, drive, was only for these videos, for my job, you know, like for this work. And clearly I don't have backups, you know, for these videos, because they are so heavy, you know, like for each video, just know that it's at least between 30 and 50 gigaoctets, you know, like it's that for one video, like this video that you're looking right now, really on something, it's that. So clearly with all of the videos that I'm filming, that I'm working on, that I'm planning, that I'm waiting to be published and all, it's a lot of memory that I can't have the backup for somewhere. So I never made backups for them. Luckily, all of the videos that I was working on, I finished them right on time. So I didn't lose any video, but I lost for now because it's gonna be repaired, like really a lot of help for it. Some files which are helping me to make these videos, like, you know, for example, the intro, the outro, the file, you know, that I use to make the picture, the file that I use to organize things, you know, the file that I use for that and that, like that, it's on that external hard drive, and that I need them. I can have them back, you know, I can work to create them again, but it's gonna take me time, it's gonna cost me a lot of time, a lot of energy, and like that. Just that to say that right now my mind is a little preoccupied by that. I can't lie about it. I want you guys also to know it, because maybe you're not on Twitter or on my Patreon. Like I talked about it, you know, on these platforms already. I discussed about it with some of you guys, but maybe you're not on these platforms. So right there, at least you're informed about the situation. And it's to tell you also that maybe at some point I'm gonna have an all, you know, on my schedule. I don't know, I can't know that in advance. And it's also to tell you that I'm gonna let, you know, my phone in, like maybe I'm gonna receive this important call during one of the videos that I'm gonna film today. I'm gonna continue to film no matter what. I'm gonna film my reactions and my thoughts to 2 episodes of My Hero Academia and 2 episodes of Vinland Saga today, because I cannot not work just waiting to have that famous call, like the call that I'm waiting for. Like I really hope that everything is gonna be okay, we'll see. But yes, maybe I'm gonna have that call during one of these videos. Maybe, maybe not, like really I just let them the thing yesterday. It told me that it would take 3 days. I'm like, I'm not that lucky that you're gonna repair the thing in just 1 day. Even if, you know, I felt that the guy was so sorry for me, because yes, for sure I cried in front of him. I can't handle my emotions. Like, it's already rough for me in regular days to deal with bad emotions. So bad emotions about something like which is so important, which is such a big difficulty in my life, which is gonna block me so much, which is gonna be, you know, with a lot of consequences and all, for sure, like, I couldn't handle them. So that's it. You have that information about my actual situation. I'm also your annual reminder of having backups for your files. Private ones, you know, personal ones, like the professional ones. I'm your annual reminder of that. Have backups somewhere for your files. You know my situation. Maybe it's gonna have consequences for my channel, I don't know, but at least you know. You have that warning also about my mood today, like I want this episode to be a recreation for me, okay? I want to just have fun watching them. And at the same time, if a little bad thing is happening, like really my emotions, they're just waiting right there to get out. So I can get emotional just for one little bad thing because of that. And yes, if suddenly I'm forced to make a break during this episode, it can be because I'm gonna receive that call. And to be fully honest, if it's into the middle of the episode, I'm gonna cut the camera, I'm gonna go back to take my thing, I'm gonna come back, and then I will play again to tell you, I have it, or something like that. Really, I'm dreaming of that. It's not gonna happen. I know that it's not gonna happen. But at the same time, I believe in that thing about, by thinking positively about things, you're bringing positivity into your life. You have to visualize things, you know, to make them happen. You have to do things like that. Like really, I'm trying my best today to have a good mood, because really, yesterday I cried all day. That was exhausting. Like at the end of the day, I felt empty, like I had no emotions anymore, like my brain was not functioning anymore, because clearly I had a crisis, you know, of hypersensitivity during the entire day, so really it was too much. So today, you know, waking up, I was like, you know, I'm gonna try to stay positive all of the day, wishing that no little bad news is gonna happen about that. It's gonna be a big bad news, but about something else, you know, do not let anyone enter into your area during all of the day. Do not get out of your apartment during the entire day. Like, your day has to be only about joyful things or normal, simple things. Like, really, I'm not gonna get out of my apartment today for that. Like, I don't want to be confronted to the world. One little bad thing, like someone maybe not driving well, I can explode again. So really, see, I'm smiling, I'm telling you that, you know, like, really, I'm into a positive mood, but I know also myself how I'm functioning. This is my place, my safe place, and I'm gonna stay into my safe place during the entire day, you know? I need it. I'm sorry, I'm not crazy, I just know myself perfectly, how my hypersensitivity is functioning, how I can help it to not be into a crisis again, how I can prevent bad things to happen. Like, really, I know myself now so well that I can do that for myself, that I can help myself with that. A lot of work. It demands a lot of work on you. It's a long intro, not a surprise. About what's happening right now into My Hero Academia, that's it. We finished, you know, the fights Class A, Class B. Again, it doesn't mean that we need to begin a new narrative arc which is gonna be big with a lot of reveals, with a lot of bad things. No, please continue with the, you know, the sweet, nice mood right now, please. Maybe we can talk with Shinso, with the fact that now he's gonna be with us into our class. Maybe we can welcome him into our class. I would want that. I want these 2 episodes of My Hero Academia to be about that, because the 2 episodes that I'm gonna watch about Vinland Saga this afternoon, I'm pretty sure that they are not gonna be, you know, a recreation time. So at least My Hero Academia, do that for me. Okay, let's go. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can help me. Clearly you can support me, not just with my situation right now, but in general, you can help me with my Patreon, and that's why I'm working hard to give you advantages, you know, to give you something in exchange. You have my Patreon, you can support me on it, and because of that, you're gonna have advantages. You're gonna have 4 episodes of advance, which means 2 weeks of advance on my Patreon. You have reaction videos, you know, longer ones, extended ones, or the full reaction part. No matter what, I'm not playing with opacity, I'm not cutting that much on my Patreon like I'm forced to do for YouTube. So if you want these advantages, and through that to support me, you have my Patreon. Let's go for this episode! Yes, you used it well! Oh. You couldn't know that all of that new quirk would happen, all of that new aspect of your quirk would happen. It's not gonna be Class A for sure! You're gonna make one of your fake paw again? Does he know it? That it's the quirk that he had during sometimes? That he can't copy it, in fact. Okay. Oh no, I told you, one little thing can make me cry today, sorry. You don't want for it to come out? You shouldn't train for that. You should train to handle it well. Tu understand what I mean? When he talked about you, you know what triggered the quirk? It was someone who talked bad about bakugo and also of the symbol of pips disappearing. Mad, you were mad. You know, if it's responding to a feeling, it's to anger. I was gonna be like, you're doing it again, Midoriya, you know? No. Cool! Apparently. Ah! More than that, in fact. It's a form of it, it's derivation of it, it's one version of it. You're good, Todoroki. Can we learn more about him? You know that I want memories of All Might, Aizawa, why, you know, they're not friends, what happened. You can't copy her quick? Yes, it would have been so dangerous, like... Oh, that was a nice thought, you know. No. Don't be ashamed of your quirk. But also, like, all of everyone's quirk, you know, like what they said to Shinso that maybe he could use his quirk for doing something bad. No. Oh! So, yes, you have to be careful. Ah, I was gonna ask, you know, when it's gonna end. I trust them. What? That's an impressive, really big, you know, quirk. It's a waterbender quirk. Todoroki, bakugo. You are heroes already. Oh, people are gonna see you fighting. They're gonna recognize both of them, you know. And you forgot about them. You don't know this too. It's gonna be your first fight. You know, official mode. People are gonna see. See, they're filming. Even without his quirk, or might even hero. Fire! Flash freeze! No. Bakugo trusts to go to save the woman. He didn't say to Todoroki, do it, I would go, you know, for the villain. No, no, he did it. Yes, and the entire world is gonna see it. Oh, we might have an hide and seek. They prepared a surprise for you. I love them so much. They are a family, you know, like. Together, he's gonna end that. No one can't. I love so much this group. They are a real family, and you know, right there we had almost all of the aspects of that, you know. Like the fact that Midoriya, he took the time to talk with Shinso about how great Shinso was during his fight, the fact that he learned so quick from Aizawa, the fact that he inspired in a way Midoriya already, that was so cool. Then we saw Bakugo helping Deku by training with him, by trying to trigger that new power again, that new version of the quirk again. And really, it's to show that they inspire each other, they support each other. Even if it's not said like that, it's still that at the end of the day. After that, they were all reunited and they spent good time together. They just needed to be with each other. Todoroki, he wanted to confront a little Midoriya about the fact that, what, you have two quirks, you also? And in fact, no, it was not that, and he understood it. So really, communication inside of this group, and no matter what, being there for each other. And after that, they were just waiting for these two to come back, being like, oh, I hope that they're gonna succeed, you know, with this provisional license. I hope that it's gonna be okay for them. And at the end, they're making them a surprise to celebrate them and their success. Like really, for sure, into this episode we had other little things, but for me, this entire episode is the proof of how much they love each other, they are there for each other, they support each other. I love that, you know, and in so many ways, like to help the other one to be better, to inspire the other one, to be there when that one needs help, to be there also to confront the other one if you need to be there to celebrate everyone's success. Like, I love that so much. I'm surprised by the fact that Todoroki sent a message to Andover. I'm glad about it for him. I'm a little surprised that he did it. I still think that clearly Todoroki needs more to have a real relationship with Andover. Again, real apologies. Again, a lot of time, a lot of actions to show that you truly want to be there for him, that you truly changed, all of that. I talked about it with one of you on the comments, I think that it was on YouTube. That person told me that it's also a cultural thing maybe in Japan to not just go to apologize to someone when you feel that you need to wait for that person to be okay to receive your apologies, something like that. I think that person told me that it was a cultural thing, even if it was not, what that person meant, or just it was not the case right there, and it's not the case in general, into the Japan culture. No matter what, I understand the logic behind it, and that it can be logical for some person to act like that, even, in France, in other countries and all, to not just apologize and to wait for the person to be able to accept the apologies. So you're not gonna force that person to accept your apologies if that person doesn't want to, or just you're not gonna force that person to listen to you when maybe she or he just doesn't want to see you. Something like that. I can understand that logic. I can understand that for some situations it can be the case, for some big traumatic experience, for some big bad mistakes and all. Right there into this situation with Andover, I don't think that it's great, to act like that for Andover. I think that he should make apologies to all of his kids individually, not like as a group, you are all in front of me, I'm apologizing to all of you. No, you're taking all of them one by one and you're apologizing to them. Maybe they can't listen to you, maybe they don't want to accept your apologies for now, but at least they know that you care, they know that you regret, they know that you want to change, because for now, I don't have the impression that it's that clear, for everyone, for all of them, and I think that they need to hear that to maybe begin to work on these relationships by themselves with Andover. Do you understand what I mean? I think that apologies would be great, to begin with. And we had also during this episode that conversation about Deku, his quirk, that new version of his quirk. I was surprised at first that they would consider that it's better to not use it again, it's too dark, you can't trigger it and all. But after that they were training to trigger it, to see what was happening, and at the end Deku said, I'm gonna master it, so I prefer that option. I really prefer that option. I think that you need to accept that version of the quirk and to really train to master it. And that other moment, which was interesting, with Eri's quirk, with the annoying guy, trying to copy her quirk, but it's not functioning, like it's not functioning for Deku's quirk, because it's about not copying a quirk, but you have to copy... I don't know how to say it with my own words. It's not a quirk that you can copy, because it's a quirk which is using an amount of things, which is using a way to do quirks that he can't copy. I think that the image, with the fat guy, I don't know how to name him, I'm sorry to name him like that, but I can't remember his name. That one was a good image, to represent the thing. At first, I thought maybe because in fact Eri and Deku's quirk are more fundamental quirks, like almost the first quirks which appeared, like quirks also which were created we know that Deku's quirk was created, so I was like, maybe in fact it's because of that, and for Eri it was the same. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, that was a good episode, that was a funny episode. Really, we spent time with this group, and like I said, it felt like they are a family, so I was glad to spend time with them. So really, for my mood, it helped, and I'm staying with my positive attitude, even if I'm checking my phone a lot, even if I put, you know, things to have the sound if someone is calling me, still I want to check that. No, nothing, okay. It's gonna be like that during the entire day, during entire days, until I'm gonna have the answer, you know, good or bad. Good, it's gonna be good. You know, something that maybe I didn't say during the intro is the fact that I know that my files, they are on that thing, because during a few of the attempts, you know, that I had fighting to have access to it, I saw that the files, they were right there. I saw that they were right there. I saw that it was occupying place, you know, on my thing. Once I managed, you know, to open one of the folders and to see all of the files into it. So I know that they are right there, you know, that they didn't disappear. So that's one of the things, you know, which is making me think that I have to keep up, because at least I know that they are right there. I can't have access to it, maybe I'm never gonna have access to it again, but the fact that they are right there and during some attempts I could see them, it's reassuring me in a really weird way. Like really, I'm hanging out, you know, to that up and to that little clue that I had about they are right there still, they didn't disappear. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. I'm gonna make a little break to eat, and then I will come back for a new episode of My Hero Academia. It's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.